Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Set to kick off.
2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Vikings ready to go to work, led out by their quarterback in his third year wearing purple, 9th year overall in the NFL, a Pro Bowler in Kirk Cousins.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while those numbers drop,
and he'll be brought down by the Colts. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Cousins pass intended for Adam.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out comes the Indy offense for their first drive of the game, and leading them out, their new quarterback for 2020, the longtime Charger, Phillip Rivers.
I don't know what it is, partner, but every time I watch Phillip Rivers play, I just have a big grin on my face because he plays the game with such joy. Loves being out there. Remember, he's part of that great 2004 class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, 2 of them still in the league today. Now he's probably going to go over 60,000 passing yards and 400 touchdowns this season. The big question mark, how much does he have left in the tank? I think he's got plenty.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 17 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
First down.
From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Mack, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. Hauschka down to send this one away following the score. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 19 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Rivers now, the throw on first down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this is going to be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now another drive coming for Phillip Rivers and the Colts. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. but there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Second and 8.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings nothing.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Rivers pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, Rivers taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
The 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And 5 at the 16-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To the air again here, Rivers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Taylor. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That drive. Rivers on first down. He's got Jack Doyle. For 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Rivers on the money, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 3-yard line. They'll run it with Mack. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but it's going to be difficult.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it too, because you're playing the same game.
First down throw for Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Cousins on first down. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Little pitch and catch here to Rudolph. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
A 44-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Rodgers on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Colts take over first and 10. At their own.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, it's Taylor. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had first-round grades on him.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at the 20. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's got Burton here. 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Trey Burton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back up.
To throw again on second down, Cousins. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Complete, Jefferson to target. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Mack gets hit and the ball is free. And the Vikings pick up the football. Past the 20, 10, and they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that would be considered a fumble.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. A carry here for the big tight end. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Naeem Hines, his first carry, and they'll get this down to the 10.
That's good.
10 yards the pickup. First down Indianapolis. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Hausch going to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Hausch out to send this one away following the score. Fielded in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Dalvin Cook, incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Cousins throw complete to Thielen, and he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Complete. It's Johnson.
Cousins pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. 1st down. Here's Cousins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Barely got the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it, but yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
At the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, Hines might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Indianapolis, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.